Hello. Thank you, Jerry left. I am doing this really quick and I'm having a giggle because I'm going to air this in a few days on my anniversary. And in the title, I'll probably put his name. So I'm going to try to time the airing so that we're sitting across each other at table and he's going to go with his notification because I know he stalks me. What did you do? But I thought it'd be perfect timing to share the little love story about the giant. And he's gone. He's finally strike. He's home a lot now. So got some alone time, kind of. And so I just thought I'd share the little story and see how it comes out. I have been asked multiple times. So I just wanted to share my little love story. And it's sweet. And there are a few little cute little points from it, my points that come across with it. So anyway, when on the 18th, 8/18, we're going to be celebrating only 4 years. He's the stepfather, and about 5 years we've been together. We eloped. A year after we met, but less than a year after we met in the physical. He is a really super kind, incredibly hardworking Polish man. Now I sound like my grandma, but he is. And he moved himself to North Wales in his late teens. So he'd been there. He moved here from North Wales, and he has the sexiest accent ever. And he is a giant, so it's so deep. And I did ask him for our anniversary if I can get a sound clip, but I don't think that's going to work. So publicly telling me, Marcia, can I have a sound clip? Just to share, because I know it's so soothing and calming. He'd be such a great radio DJ. But anyway, around the time we were introduced, I had just recovered just a couple months, maybe 2 or 3 months after my dad passed away. He transitioned, and that was very hard. Multiple reasons, deserves a different vlog. But in those couple months, I really cleaned myself out health-wise. I really was missing the family unit. I was head of household. I was both divine masculine and feminine. Could you be the divine if it's wearing both hats? I was split. So I was rough and soft. I was all the things. I was the breadwinner. I was everything. I was managing a business. I was managing multiple assets. And my mom kept flying out to help me with the kids and things like that. But I missed having a partner. I also, was just like, someone carry me. So I got myself ready to receive. That's one of the points. These beautiful things, I think, came into my life because I was ready to receive them. I declared exactly what I wanted. I was specific. And after my dad passed, and in the middle of that healing journey of grief, and which kind of it's always happening, I just remember once dropping to the floor on my knees. Snot was going everywhere, and I was just really I'm ready for my divine partner. I'm ready for these kids to have a divine masculine influence. I'm ready for this house to be a home. And so one set day, very clear eyes, very clear heart, very specific. I wound up chatting with a coworker who I wound up having lots of chats with about things, tinfoil stuff. And he would let me talk about that stuff. We didn't align with quite a few things. Politically, we did. So I felt very comfortable talking with him, but I knew he was born and raised here. So I basically went to him one work day. I'm like, I'm ready to date again. Who you got for me? You know me, I go there. I talk all the things. Who will not think I'm crazy? Because of course, this is 2018. I was knee deep in being told I was crazy. Even some family members cutting me off and stuff. Cut to today and everything's come true, but I digress. So he said, well, I always wanted to introduce you to my cousin. But, and I go, what? He goes, he lives in another country. And I'm like, I don't care. So, because I was all about, you never know. I was very much putting it out there and just waiting to receive. I walk back to my little craft service table and my phone's going ding, ding. And it's a little Facebook message and friend request from this fella who I still can't say his name right, according to him. That's why I call him the giant. And he is a giant. And we just started communicating. And it was smooth like butter. He, with just my lingo, which most people can't get when I text him and stuff, he was picking up what I was putting down. And it was cute. And we basically upgraded ourselves. I think it took a couple weeks to voice messages. You know, when you hold down the little microphone and send each other voice clips. And holy smokes, Mr. DJ man, I swooned. And he didn't get scared by my Minnie Mouse voice. Another win. So I'm like, gosh, this is already too good to be true. But I guess he's another country. This will just be a fun, flirty thing. I get a message. So I'll be out there in a couple weeks to meet ya. What? Freak the F out. I go, no, you mean you're coming to visit your cousin and I'm just going to happen to run into you and meet you a couple times. He's like, yeah, Heidi, sure. That's what I mean. Okay. So anyway, he's coming out. And the funny bit is the day he flew out, I was hosting that night. I was always hosting disclosure and truth or community gatherings. And I just happened to have some of my diehard OGs over for a gathering and a hangout. And they were trying to stick around and meet him. They knew the whole scoop. And he got stuck at customs. So it took a long time. They wound up leaving. But now I look back and I'm kind of glad because it was just the kids and I that met him first. And my cousin had his cousin picked him up and they wound up stopping by on their way to the cousin's house. Here's another little funny bit. Out of all of LA, if anyone's ever been here, it is spread out. Like there's no rhyme or reason to where all the little cities are within LA, little towns. It is messy. And if you get out of a certain range in your home, you're like, oh, that's not going to work. Old dating days. Oh, you live where? Yeah, I'll meet you this one time. Because it's just not going to be a normal get together kind of relationship. The cousin wound up living 5 minutes from me. Sign number 500. So that was kind of cool. So when he stopped by and gets out of the van and he goes, lifts his head up and stands up. And I'm in my little hosting moo running and jumping to meet him. This stoic giant with these eyes that are just surreal. And why, hello, Heidi. So nice to meet you. I was just like, catch me. I was like, this is great. The kids swooned. He just let him like, give me piggyback. The way he was with my kids, I tell you, things could have gone so far the other way had he not had the same kind of magical connection and frequency match with them too. That's why he's here, because that's in a bit. It was just really sweet and it was really cute. And one of the funny bits, those who know my dog Bo, the barker, he wound up biting him in the tummy. And the giant didn't even tell me till our official first date out. And which I thought was crazy because I was like, oh my God, please don't sue me. I can't. I'm just balancing everything perfectly. He's like, I'm good. And then I'm like, but then I scolded, but I warned you. I said, don't reach down. So that happened. So anyway, cut to, we had that little exchange, then he went and unloaded. And then I don't remember if it was that night or the next day, we had our first dinner out. And I was renting one of my rooms in my house to a girl that used to work for me doing craft service. So she was really cheerleading this and helped me get dolled up and watched the kids for me. And it was cute and took our very first picture. And he picks me up and later come to find out he had his cousin help him style him. And so we're driving and he's like, so where do we go? And I'm like, what? You don't have this planned? And he's like, I don't really know this area. And he's, what is it you really want to do? And I go, well, honestly, I'm really comfortable with a great view and a pizza. So he just pulls off and we go to this place that turned into our place, our favorite place, and got this amazing pizza, got me a little wine. He doesn't drink. And we went to this view, top of Topanga we were. for those who know the area. And I just started swooning even more. I'm like, like, this is amazing. Like this is what I'm asking for. We don't need foo-foo waiters. And then we started talking just more in person. We're not voice texting. We're not even, did we even video call by then? I don't even think before our first meeting we video called. It was really sweet. And so that first visit he had, we kept seeing each other. We kept running into each other and we kept having these really cool moments. He took the kids fishing. That was their first hangout. I was just like, this is too good to be true. And then it was, in a way, because he went back on a plane. And I was like, here we go again. And I had a few months left of hard work and all the stuff. And we stayed video calling. Love was blooming. Cut to a couple months later, he comes out the whole month of December, spends Christmas with us, my mom and my brother were here, got to meet them. And so we got a lot of day trips in because my mom was there. And that's when things started getting a little like, what do we do? And I go, I can't marry you. It's going to mess up my taxes. I can't employ you. It's going to screw it up. We didn't know how to make it work, but I was so hell-bent against getting married. I go, we're going to be made fun of. This isn't a 90-day fiance thing. Like, this is love. Like, what do we do? Blah, 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 blah. So he left and it was a little sorrowful. Like, we were just like, no. But little do you know, the giant is a planner and he gets shit done. So the next few months, I'm pushing him away. Sometimes I'm not even answering our video calls because I was so stressed out. Work just got crazier and crazier. And he, in the meantime, during all that, he started selling his things. He started giving his notice of his career. His nephew became of age where he could have a roommate, but he was taking care of his nephew. And his nephew was old enough for him to go, gave him his blessings to go. And April of just that next year, he was on my doorstep surprising me. He had a 6-month visa and he said, I'm going to woo you. And woo me he did. My mom knew about it too. She helped coordinate that visit. And she told me, don't fuck this up, Heidi. And so she was rooting for him too. So my hard, calloused heart that just started freezing up just in those couple months, because I'm like, I can't do long distance. You got to go. Like, this isn't going to work for me. And this not work for you. I can't give you me over there. And I'm not going there. Like, this is crazy. He made the choice. Well, I'll come there then. And he swept me off my feet. And again, with I'm not getting married. By August on 8/18, I'm like, fuck it. You can't leave. Let's elope. And so in the backyard with the kids and me in my bathing suit cover up, we surprised his cousin and his family. My mom knew about this. We surprised. Well, that's really all that came. And one of their family friends came and got the pictures, and we had a justice of the peace, and we got married. And we jumped in the pool. And we had a great time. And one of my favorite pictures I like to share on my anniversary is us dancing, because I've really never seen him dance since. But there's only a sliver of me in the picture. I'm literally floating in and out of dimensions. I have never been happier. I was ready to receive, and receive I did. And this man sacrificed it all. He put it on the line and he said, I want you. And that's it. And your kids and the family. And he made our family a unit. So those are my pals who have been over. This is cute. This is for you. The top of my stairs here, I thrifted all these frames. And one is a big one. It has family in the middle. And it just had, the fake people in the picture frames. I've never been able to fill these frames. So we just had his birthday. And then a couple days later is the anniversary. So I filled all the frames. And it's all our family now. And I think he was moved. I don't know. You tell me, sir, because hopefully you're watching this. Maybe he will. Maybe. Yeah. It was it's a sweet love story, making the family a home, the children saying yes as well to him, and me understanding that I was in a hard place. I was both the male and the female at home. I wore both hats. It's exhausting. It's hard. But this is a little Heidi Hopium to say, you don't have to get down on your knees and have snot drumming on running everywhere and going, please help me. I need more, which I was doing. You don't have to get to that kind of a rock bottom. to be specific and ask for what you do want. I think it's very important to be specific, but you've got to be ready to receive what comes your way too, and the way it comes your way, because it's not always going to come to you the way you think it's going to come to you. And the tenderness and the softness that comes from this giant is, I don't know, it's just the sweetest thing ever. I'm just the luckiest girl ever. Happy anniversary, Martin. And I know I keep saying your name wrong because when we were meeting, his cousin's like, just say Marcin, like you're marching along. And so I told my mom, like, Marcin, Marcin. So she still does that. She teaches people Marcin. He goes, it's MARCIN. What the green card meeting? I'm like, we could have been thrown in jail. No, you know what I did at the green card meeting? He lets me be all these little, I'm like, dude, like this. And he's just like, it's such a lovely match. At that little Visa green card meeting, I'm like, you all can hack into all my social media. You've seen our pictures and videos. We're legit. So we had a laugh. He's in like Flynn. When he first came out here for that 6-month visa, he was hitting up Craigslist. He was getting any side hustle he could, cash under the table. He literally says, what do we need to do? And it happens. We're in our home. I'm at a desk in a fun little swivel chair. He did that for me. He believes in me. Like, this is crazy. This is so cool. This can happen. These are things. I get that. These are things. But while he met me at the rental house, we went under infestations in the house. We went through the lockdowns and the craziness, me losing my career, me dropping from head of household to now, like, thank you, sir. May I have another 20? Like, we've tried all these crazy things in just 4 years, and we still match each other's frequencies. We still protect each other's hearts, and we still believe in our family unit. And we know this is lifetimes old. When we had our foreheads meet one of the first times and there was an electricity, it was like something I've never felt before, and I haven't felt since. I was like, I know you. I know you. I know you're from somewhere else. And he didn't deny me. He lets me talk all the things. And secretly, he is such a psychic and he doesn't even know it. He's called so many things out. It's genius. But he's also incredibly humble, incredibly private. As I'm about to air this on our anniversary. And and I am honored, absolutely honored to be his wife. And to having gone through the things I've gone through for the decades I've gone through. By the way, I'm 7 years older. He's a little pup. I would go through it all again to be able to have that love story and have that connection. And the way we met, I don't ever want to misalign that Mandela thing. I would never start over and change anything in my life. So that chance, that happening may not have happened. Even that day, that set day I went to, I didn't go to Isetti Ranch and take this girl I have a very hard story with that. Didn't go to this conference because I had to work. Had I gone to that, because I was very guilted by some people to go to this and be the chaperone and all that kind of stuff. I said, no, I got to do this. My family. I got to take care of my family and get that overhead. And you wouldn't have gone on that job with the cousin and the timing where I was so on fire to say I'm ready. There's so many like coinky dinks. Be specific, be clear, be ready to receive and line up, whether that's with a divine partner, whether that's with a child, which I still wish I could give him. Last year I had implantation. I bought him a baby onesie. I wanted to surprise him because what a gift to be able to have a child with this man. I don't know if that's going to happen for me. I'm also very hesitant due to my past lives and things. But everything will be what it's supposed to be. And we are already under the process of legal adoption. So he's going to be legal adopting the kid. So there's so many beautiful things. Just saying happy anniversary and sharing our love story. And oh my gosh, this is like 20 minutes. What did I do? All right, let's see how this worked. If I even air it. Believe in love. That's all I'd say. There's no age limit. Just believe and trust. I think that's it. I love you, Marcin, aka the giant.